Now, the second question I want to address is, what about black racism? What about black prejudice and racism against white people? Well, let me relay something. On June 17, 2015, in Charleston, South Carolina, 9 African Americans were killed during a Bible study at the Emmanuel African Methodist Episcopal Church. The morning after the attack, police arrested Dylan Roof in Shelby, North Carolina. The 21-year-old white supremacist had attended the Bible study before committing the shootings. He was found to have targeted members of this church because of his history and his stature. All of the families of the victims, except one, forgave Roof for his murderous deeds. The histories of blacks in America is full of stories of violence, discrimination, segregation, rape, lynching, and involuntary slavery committed against black people. The response of the black community overall has often been to forgive and move on. But just like there was a family that did not forgive Ruth, there are black people who are embittered and unforgiving. When considering black racism, I would like to note that most historians, anthropologists, and sociologists describe human race as a social construct, preferring instead the term population or ancestry, which can be given a clear operational definition. But even those who reject the formal concept of race still use the word race in day-to-day speech. Now, the ideal of racism, as we use the term today, arose from the system of race-based degradation, persecution, and suffering. In all of these systems, the perpetuating groups were white, and with the partial exception of Nazism, the subordinate groups were people of color, Indians, American blacks, Africans, Asians. Now, some blacks do not think that blacks can be racist because they believe that to be racist, you have to be in a position of power and authority or be part of the group that is in power. So can blacks be racist or discriminatory in their practices? Absolutely. Like every group, people of color include in their ranks racially bigoted persons. Groups like the New Black Panthers are recognized as a racist organization by the Southern Poverty Law Group. They are a racist and anti-Semitic organization whose leaders have encouraged violence against whites, Jews, and law enforcement officers. Even members of the original Black Panthers reject the New Black Panthers and accuse them of hijacking their name. Now, in America, most blacks have to deal with whites on a regular basis as whites hold most of the wealth and power. Blacks who are racist seldom have the power to inflict harm or hurt on large numbers of whites without paying a steep price. Many whites can live their lives with only occasionally having to encounter blacks in positions of authority. Occasionally, there are spheres of influence that black racists may operate in, but they are usually subject to greater authority, which is in the hands of the majority white population on both the state and national level.